color blue, girl. Real spill, yeah. I'd rather be a broke, real, still rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be a VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, niggas shame me. Had to get it how I got it on my own 2 feet. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man. I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty soul to treat me like.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Lions going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. For Keith Marshall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 66 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Carry for Amir Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. the gun, Stafford. Caught by Jones. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right around the 31. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, 9 yards to go. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. On first down, it's Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down. So they're operating in the red zone. Throwing again at Stafford. He's got a man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Second and goal to go now. Again, it's Abdullah. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And look out. I think he's going to go. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Keith Marshall, 69 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased if they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the 50, it's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Keith Marshall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Second and 10, Stafford again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 4. Stafford gives to Abdullah. Oh, some strong running. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go with Abdullah again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So they will go for it. Stafford. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And the slot man goes in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Garoppolo on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Throwing is Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Stafford looks to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And here's Marshall. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Marshall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get
blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. To throw on second down is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Samson Abukum in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the end zone, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Check. 4 down. Back 99, Philly, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Gun.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Keith Marshall saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take
Amir Abdullah, the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, 79 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if... The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they have secured a spot in the...
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail.